Everybody, Brian back here with a look at Ondo. Got a lot of people in Discord that own this and long it, short it, do everything with it. So I'm gonna start covering it more for those guys. This is Ondo on the monthly. You can see here we have two very solid support areas here. Okay, these I want to point out because these are super important. You have a closing candle here on the monthly. You have a closing candle here on the monthly. This is right at about $1.20. Okay, right about on the dot. The next one up here, all right, we're going to zoom in tight so we know exactly where these are at, is this one right here, right at about 1.243. Okay, you have two closing monthly candles there, and right down here on this one here at $1.20. All right, so first off, we're going to mark those. Okay, $1.20, bang, and we're going to put the other one there also. These two areas are super support. Okay, these should not. I don't see these getting broke, and if they do get broke, then something else is wrong. Okay, now if we take a Fibonacci and put on here from this first move up. All right, pull it down. You can see we almost exactly did a 1.618 here. All right, now let's zoom out a little bit further. That's on a monthly. We do not have a monthly RSI. Okay, not yet. On the weekly, we come out here and look on a weekly. This thing looks absolutely perfect. You got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here, and you have a corrective structure. You actually have 5 waves down in here, or an A, B, C. Okay, then over here you have the start 1, 2, looks like a 3, 4, and possibly a 5th wave coming up here. Okay, that's what it looks like to me through here on a weekly. The weekly RSI, just about ready to flip back to the upside here. Okay, we maximize this thing. All right, we did cross over a little bit here, but it looks like price action's getting ready to turn back to the upside. All right, you did have this pull down, obviously, because we had this pull down here from 213 actually down to 91 cents. All right, it did wick down through there and close, but you can see these closing candles here on the weekly landed right on our monthly support, right at that $1.20 mark. These weekly candles up here closed on our other support right up there at that $1.24. Yeah, $1.24. All right, so we have 4 closes, weekly closes, right there on these areas. And that weekly is going to turn back up here, right? We got momentum switching back to the upside here. You know, if you really zoom in on this thing here, on a weekly, you could put a trend line, you know, right through here, like this, okay? And then you get a break of that. Yeah, obviously that looked like a fake out up through here. But if you break this resistance area, you know, more likely this thing is going to start tearing. All right, the daily. We zoom in a little bit closer here on the, yeah, you see the fake out? There you go. You know, I hate fake outs. They suck. I got caught a couple times, excuse me, last week in fake outs. It happens. You're going to get caught in a fake out. You're going to become liquidity at some time. All right, doesn't matter how good of a trader you are, you're eventually going to get caught. All right, trend line trading is a great way to trade. You want to simplify your trading and just go with the basics. Do trend lines. You know, they work. They absolutely 100% work. All right. Once in a while, you'll get caught in a fake out like this. That's the price you pay. You're going to lose trades. That is a fact. If you cannot handle losing, then do not long and short the market, okay? Because it's going to happen. You got to shake it off and move on. You'll have streaks. You know, you'll win 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in a row. Then you'll lose 5 in a row or 10 in a row. It just happens that way, okay? You don't win them all. You know, but the key to that is getting good entries, all right? And get in good so you can get out good, right? You don't want to lose a bunch of money. If you're getting in this long, right here on this green candle, for instance, right here, you don't want to get in on the middle of this candle, right? You want to look for a support area where this thing could bounce and take off, or a Fibonacci, a retracement area, you know, where it looks like a good spot we get in to get in on a fib. You know, pull the fib up here. You know, you're in a 382 area right here, but it has bounced numerous times off this 382 through here. All right, so anywhere down in this area would have been a good entry, you know, in my opinion. You don't want to get in way up here, right? Especially with leverage, because the price moves up and down. You're going to get chopped up and you're going to get taken out. Okay, the key is your entry. If it took off and it's up in here, pass it, pass on it, leave it go. Don't get in on that trade, right? And get in up here is a resistance area. You know, if it comes up here and hits resistance, you know, if the RSI is rolling over, if it's looking weak, you know, get out, go for a short, you know, up there, you know, get good entries. That's the key. One of the big keys to trading, in my opinion, right? Okay, everybody's got their own opinion out there. Now, you can see something big coming up here with Ondo. The daily RSI heading to the upside looks good, okay? Heading straight up down here. If we come in on the 12-hour, all right, the 12-hour RSI heading to the upside, okay? Now you can see this comes more in handy here. Then you're going to have another trend right up through here. Okay, you have a resistance line up here, and then down through here you have another trend line coming up through here. Okay, right, let's see here. Of course, you have another fake out right there. You can always tell the fake outs. All right, you get the big red candle, looks like it's going to short, it heads right back up in. All right, you're going to get fake outs. That's the way it goes. All right, so you have a pretty massive wedge forming on this thing. All right, now if we go back out to that, what was it on the weekly here? All right, back out on the weekly, we were counting them waves, right? As you get further out, you know, it looks 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'd be looking for a possible fifth wave here. Nothing is guaranteed, guys, right? That's just the way it goes. Now, as far as a pullback goes, right here, let's get this trend line out of the way, this inner one. But that'll give you a good idea. You know, put that one on your chart, you know, if you want to. But let's take a look and see what the pullback was here. All right, from the bottom to the top, perfect. 618 bounced right off the 618 in here. You can see that between that $1.20 and $1.24 on the weekly. Very, very good support area. Okay, if you get a closing candle below $1.20, then something else is going on here. I honestly, 100% in my heart, believe this thing is heading to the upside. Now let's go back into this 12-hour. All right, the 12-hour heading up. You got the 8-hour heading to the upside. Looks good. You got the 4-hour. The 4 hours starting to show a little bit of weakness here, but if you go in on this thing, I was in on Discord pointing this out to a few people. Looks like it's doing a 5-wave up here, especially on the hourly. All right, you come in on the hourly right here, you can see it pretty decent, right? And even if you go in a 15-minute, probably looks like a flag in here forming. All right, looks like you're getting 5 waves up in here. You know, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and it looks like a fifth push coming here. Let's go on the 15-minute. All right, there you go. You can see these a lot better, right? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, coming up in here, and you do have a little bit of a pennant forming in here. You have a trend line down through here. Keep an eye on, and you have one, you know, resistance line up through here. All right, and if you take, just to give you an idea, take a measurement, put it on here, put it on the breakout area, okay, and take a fib. 1618 would be what we're looking for, right? pretty close, right? I don't know, around $1.40. I would probably be looking for a possible pullback here. And then on the 15-minute, this is probably all going to just be a big wave one. Then you'll have an ABC, a pullback down here, right? And then start another wave up here for Ondo. But I believe there's pretty big things here coming for this. This could pull back. Let's see where it's at right now. Draw your line down through here, right? And this thing should not break below that trend line. Okay, might come down and touch it. And that's usually a lot of times how you'll get a measurement for that wave. Also, taking your fib and pulling the depth of it down here or whatever. But inside here, you're going to have waves inside here. This could be a 1, 2, a 3 wave coming up out of here. Especially if this stops on a 50% here. Let's get a measurement on it. I love doing this, guys. If you want to learn how to do this, sign up for a level 3 membership. It gets you in their trading Discord, and it gets you over 10 hours of videos. Look, that's perfect. A 50% retracement. Come right down this green line, bounce out of here. For $14.99, you get in the Discord to come trade with us, and you get over 20 hours of videos to teach how to start charting like this, man. You want to learn on your own. That's the big thing out there, right? You definitely want to learn how to read these charts and look at these charts. Now the 15-minute, it could bounce right off this 382. We just got a new 15-minute candle. You can see the RSI starting to turn to the upside here. Right here you got a bend coming up, and you got the bend starting here. We just started, and there it goes, a new 15-minute candle. This is a perfect spot right off this 382 for this thing to take off. All right, and it could go higher than that. If this is a 1, 2, let's get an idea here. Right, it could definitely go higher than. We're just going to go off the closing candle. Pull back down to close. See, it's giving it a little bit higher of a target here. Put the regular Fibonacci on it if you're looking for a 1618. This is pointing towards $1.41. This is saying, possibly $1.43. We'll see what happens here, but I definitely believe this is going to break to the upside. I'm going to put a box up here. Next time we do a video, we'll see how this works out. Put a box right in through here and see what happens. We'll put a price label up there too. That way next time we come back, we'll see how we did on this, right? But overall, I think Ondo has some pretty massive moves coming. This thing could head up. Let's go back out on that weekly and take a look at this. All right, if this is a wave 4, and you're coming into a 5th wave up here, right? Get that off there. Say you got a 1, 2, 3, 4. What could this thing possibly head up to? 291, right up in that area. Especially with the bigger RSIs like this weekly. That thing, I can see that flipping to. Let's look at the 5-day and the 3-day. The 5-day, look at that. 5 days crossing up to the to bullish. Your 3-day. 3-day looks good. Ondo is looking very, very good. All right, you can see that wedge a lot better here. All right, you got how many touches you got on the bottom. Maybe this line could come down a little bit more. Needs to adjust it a little bit here. It's probably down here. You want, at least 3 good touches. You get the idea here. Definitely wedging up, right? And even if you take a measurement of that wedge, top to the bottom here. We'll pull it up here. It's going to go higher than that, right? Towards the breakout area. It's going to go, I would look towards that 291. And then that would be the next 5 set of waves, Then you'd look for an ABC back down. Just like what happened over here. This thing ended up pulling back, down to a 618. If this thing pushes up there, right? Okay, let's just get an idea. This would be your start of your run. Say it goes up there. If you get an ABC back down to $1.48, it could come right back down into this area, right where it's bouncing from now after it gets up to 291. So think about it once it gets up there and make up your own mind, but you always get these pullbacks that pull back down. You ran up here. Would you run up? A lot. Holy crap. 6,000%. What'd this thing start at? 2 cents. Wow. Wish I would have got in that. I know I did not get into Ondo. I wish I would have. Did anybody in there get in down here? Church, you're over in Discord. Did you get in down here at 2 cents? I know you own a lot of Ondo. But wow, 2 cents up to $1.42. That's what a 50. That's about a 70. 63x. It says here. Okay, but then you pull back down. Then you pull back 65%. Okay, so these pullback downs are brutal, no question about it. So that's why it's nice to sell the top and then try to get in back on the pullback. On this one here, 274%, and then you pull back down. What? 57%. So right around 60% pullback is normal apparently, for this. But watch for Ondo. This thing looks really, really good. Be watching for them big breakouts. All right, thank you so much, guys. Have a great day. Please hit that like and subscribe. I'll be back to you very soon. Come join us over there in Discord. We would appreciate it. Definitely helps the channel out.